President speaks out on UK High Commissioner's prorogation statements. Utilities relocation a concern for East Coast Road expansion. North Rumbelt multilateral to become an A-list school. President assures flood-hit Essequibo residents of relief. And AG reports successful meeting with Hugh Wooding principal. With this edition of the GINA News Capsule, I'm Shivani Rampasad. President Donald Ramotar declared that he was very surprised at the position taken by the outgoing British High Commissioner to Guyana, Mr. Andrew Eyre, over his last November 10 decision to prorogue Guyana's parliament. He declared that the diplomat had overstepped his mark and is totally out of place.
On Monday, November 10th, 2014, I prorogued the 10th Parliament of Guyana. My reason for making that decision is worth repeating here. It was to preserve the life of the 10th Parliament so as to provide the 10th Parliament, specifically the political parties therein, another opportunity to address to finality the many issues that had yet failed to have full parliamentary consideration.
The President pointed out that he had no option but to prorogue the Parliament in the face of the opposition's no-confidence motion. The Ministry of Public Works has identified shortage of supply of materials, delays in utilities, relocation, and property on the road reserves, along with poor management by contracting firm as an issue affecting the pace of the East Coast Road upgrade. Work Services Group Coordinator Jeffrey Vaughan noted that the project, which is in the Phase 1, has still progressed significantly, with over $2.1 billion being already expended. Preparatory work focuses on the widening of the concrete drains, road embankments, and revetments. The Education Ministry will be declaring the North Rumbelt Multilateral School an A-list school early this year. The school, which began as a B grade, has been achieving excellent performance from its students at the Caribbean Secondary Examination Council (CSEC) examinations over a period of 3 consecutive years. This was among announcements by the Minister of Education, Priya Manichan, when she revealed plans for the first quarter of 2015. She also pointed to the 2014 to 2018 education plan and the professional standard for teachers.
More than 55 consultations were held where teachers, parents, students, and other stakeholders provided their views on the contents of the document. The Ministry of Education is proud to report that the consultations were extremely useful in bringing us to the point where we are preparing to officially publish, sensitize, and implement sensitize its users and potential users, and implement the professional standards for teachers in a few weeks.
The minister also focused on textbooks, the start-up of secondary level improvement project, and the writing of Portuguese at CSEC, and the establishment of National Report Card Day and Parent Day at schools. Flooding along parts of the Essequibo coast prompted President Ramotar to visit several hard-hit communities. The President had a first-hand look at outfalls in communities which included Lima, Anna Regina, Three Friends, Richmond, and Reliance.
Rainfall was unusually heavy. In the last 2 days, there were 180 millimeters of rain, I think, fell, which is about 7 inches of rain. A lot of the problem that has to do with the outfalls, where you have the mud blocking up the cocos and so forth, constantly as you clear it, it comes back in. But I think we are sending in some more dredges and some more pumps so that we can have a relief of the situation as fast as possible to get the water off the land. The most important thing now is to try to get the water off the land.
In addition to observing the measures being instituted to relieve the accumulation of water, the President was able to meet with the residents, many of whom voiced their concerns about the situation. President Ramotar instructed regional officials to keep him informed daily of the situation until it was rectified. Attorney General and Minister of Legal Affairs Anil Nandalal met with principal of the Hugh Wooding Law School, Miriam Samaru, over the weekend. Several issues were discussed, in particular those affecting the Guyanese students at the institution. At the meeting, many of the issues raised were successfully addressed. He also met with the Guyanese students and briefed them on the discussions he had with the principal. Thank you for watching this GINA News Capsule. Do join us again. I'm Shivani Rampasad.